So, you guys know where I stand with everything. You pretty much know if you've watched my last videos. If not, go check them out. Um, where I stand with all of the different ladies. Okay, so what kind of happens in episode 8? We see business as usual. Drew kind of playing out her career, or her budding career, with her music, and I say all props to her. I'm really glad that she's doing that. We know at this point now that she and Ralph have filed for divorce, but it was also really nice for me to see them working together, you know, being partners in this whole thing. I was really sad to see them separating. Guys, does Shereé's boobs not look way bigger? I'm wondering if she had a boob job. I think she might have had a boob job. Honestly, this episode, I remember this episode now. Like, literally, I remember watching this episode and feeling like it was a little bit of a filler episode. I didn't really get much from it. And I didn't get much that anything really had resolved. I thought it was really funny seeing Kandi and Shereé out together, you know, in their... Kandi has on these cute little, like, tie-dye sweatpants suit. And Shereé is Shereé. You know, she looks like the diva that she is. I had mentioned in the last episode, the last video that we did talking about episode 7, and I was saying that for me, it seemed like Shereé and Kandi were kind of staying away from each other. So to see this episode, actually, it makes sense because they kind of, their little walk together, I didn't necessarily see that as like, oh my god, I love this girlfriend so much, we're gonna hang out. It was more like, you know, when there's like a G7 meeting and France and the UK need to have a little summit. That was basically kind of how I saw that. It was like, no shade was thrown, none of that. And I actually think that Shereé, like I said, she's really grown. I really see her that she's grown because she's playing this like Switzerland mediator type character. And I got the sense that, you know, Shereé was kind of bidding on behalf of Marlo. You know, I really feel like Shereé is sort of trying to be a, how do you want to call it? Almost a like silent little mediator for Marlo, and get Kandi and Marlo back on track, because at the end of the day, I think that Kandi and Marlo are more alike than they care to admit, and so that might be one of the reasons really why they clash so much. Yeah, I think that this episode just, it seemed a lot like filler, like I said. I really like that Drew, like I said, that she's on top of her game. I think that's really cool. So as I mentioned in the last video, there was this thing. This was the one thing that I did kind of want to say. So Drew filmed this video. She filmed this music video on roller skates, and we haven't seen anything of it since. You know, we haven't seen anything of it since, and so it's making me wonder, where is the music video? And after the music video, I think it was Monyetta and Sanya both kind of took these little jabs at her, saying like, oh, well, you know, I had my kid's birthday party at the skating rink too. It was like, it's kind of mean. And honestly, Drew's net worth is higher than both of those women. So clearly Drew has been doing something throughout her career that's right. As I've said before, I really just don't like how people come after Drew. I feel a need to stick up for her the same way I stick up for all the other underdogs, the successes, Britney Spears, Hailey Bieber, because I just feel like she's low-hanging fruit, I guess, for them, they think, and so they just come after her. But even the way that Marlo hung up on her in the limousine heading to that date, it was like they were so close to being made up. But back to the music video thing. Why would it be that the music video is not out yet? I have a theory. I grew up in Atlanta. The Hollywood of the South. They say that Atlanta's the Hollywood of the South. And I would be inclined to agree with them. I think that Atlanta is heading there. The only thing that's keeping it back is Atlanta is full of haters. Atlanta is full of haters. And those haters will make you second guess yourself. So I'm not saying we haven't seen Drew's music video because of haters, but we clearly see even these people who are supposed to be her friends taking these subtle jabs at her music video, which I thought at the skating rink was cute. I mean, I used to go with my dad and my family to the skating rink all the time. I thought it was super duper adorable. But anyway, I would love to know what you guys think. Let me know in the comments. If you're new here, hit the like and subscribe button, hit the bell, that way you know whenever I post a video.